Netflix uses patent rights to sustain its competitive advantage in the video streaming industry. This is the fourth in the series of webinar that we have organized in year 2023. We will try to link how successful company uses patent, integrate patent in their overall business strategy. And today we are going to explore how Netflix uses patent to successfully become one of the most successful media company in the world. A little bit about myself. I am a patent attorney by training. I'm in this profession for close to 20 years and actively involved in IP protection and monetization work in the ASEAN region. I would like to start with a short overview about Netflix. Right, as you all know, Netflix is an American mass media company. It was founded in 1997. It is a public listed company. In February 2023, it has a market cap of $162 billion. Today, Netflix is the world's 9th largest internet company by revenue. I would like to look at a bit of historical timeline of Netflix to see how it evolved over time. Netflix was founded in 1998 by March Randolph, initially as the first company to rent DVD online. It is the world first DVD online rental company. And over the years, Netflix transformed its business model from a video rental company to become a video streaming company. Today, it serves more than 200 million customers worldwide. So Netflix is a disruptor by changing the business from video renting video, the DVD online, to streaming video on the internet. Netflix has used innovation to disrupt the industry of delivering the entertainment industry. The rise of Netflix and the fall of Blockbuster is actually a lesson for us all. If a company does not evolve, right, you can be a very successful company, but it can be with the evolution of technology, a latecomer like Netflix can, take over and decimate the once market leader, as in this case, Blockbuster. As you can see from the graph, right, Blockbuster started off as a video rental business in 1985, by renting video through their video physical stores. And it reaches a market valuation of 8.4 billion in 1994. And Netflix entered the market in 1997, firstly as a DVD mailing service company, renting DVD by snail mail, and eventually renting DVD through the internet. And when the digitalization wave came in, Netflix pivoted its business to use internet to deliver digital content to the end user. And then eventually, it innovated its way and become so successful. And today it's a $203 billion company. So as you can see from the slides, Netflix has the most number of subscribers. As of May 2021, it has 204 million subscribers among the different streaming services. Netflix is present in 190 countries, deliver content in 30 different languages, and through Netflix, Netflix members can watch any video content they like as much as they want, whenever and wherever they are. Members can play, pause, resume watching all this digital content without advertisement. It is the world's largest internet video streaming company. And in terms of branding power, Netflix is ranked as the 7th top media brand in year 2023. The brand of Netflix is valued at $29 billion US. So, you know, for a relatively young company, it is quite an achievement. Okay, so let's look at the business strategy of Netflix, right? When we talk about business strategy, I always like, and in my past slides also, I've been referring to Professor Michael Porter's generic strategy, competitive strategy model. So Professor Porter, in Professor Porter's model, in order to be competitive, in order to have sustainable competitive advantage, a company has two options. The first option is to offer no-frill services, sell as cheap as you can, win in terms of cost leadership. The other way to compete in the market, right? If you don't want to sell at a low price, is to differentiate your services to create uniquely desirable products and target it to a particular niche market. So these are the two ways where company can compete. Yeah, companies cannot be stuck in the middle, be everything to everyone, right? So what is the business strategy of Netflix? So Netflix follow the strategy of Netflix is that of cost leadership. Netflix compete by minimizing the cost. It is able to do so because it uses online internet business model where you can scale up your operation and to operate at high efficiency with lower costs, and you can also cut out the middleman. In an online model, you can store as many videos as you want, and you can also you know, do away with all the physical stores, you do away with the DVD, you know, all these can cut down the cost. So this is a typical example of how online business model can offer a lower service. And this is very much the same as Amazon, very much the same with Alibaba business model. But on top of the low-cost business strategy, Netflix also uses differentiation in its operation. It differentiates by introducing very innovative technology where content can be delivered in a streamlined manner to its user. And also lately, Netflix also has produced its own original content. So these two also make Netflix very unique and very differentiated. So in order to have a competitive, sustainable competitive advantage, you know, you need to protect it. Warren Buffett has come up with this idea of economic moat. Warren Buffett will only invest in company with strong economic moat, businesses that has a strong protection for its unique competitive advantage. Only with economic moat, business can have economic profit for foreseeable long future. So in this case, we would like to explore how Netflix utilizes patent as its economic moats to protect its innovative video streaming technology. Okay, so before we go into Netflix patent strategy and look at some of the example, I think it's timely for me to share with you some fundamentals of intellectual property rights. Yeah, when we talk about IPs, there are a few types of legal rights that you are looking at. Businesses can protect their new innovation using patents. If you have any creative content, you can protect them with copyright. If you have brand, you can protect it with trademark. You have unique exterior design, you can protect it with industrial design. Or if you have certain proprietary information, you can protect it as trade secrets. So with this legal protection, you can create economic moat as a barrier of entry to protect any competitors from coming in to copy your ideas. All these intangible, all these IP rights, they share some common characteristic. First, it is an intangible asset. And most importantly, it gives the owner a monopolistic right to the idea. And all the rights are limited by jurisdiction and also limited by time, right? And in the case of Netflix, right? Netflix has a lot of innovative technology, and many of these innovative technology are protected by patent. I'm going to share with you afterwards some of the key patents that Netflix uses to, to deliver a better customer experience. And all these new ideas are well protected by patent. And this patent provide sustainable economic advantage to Netflix. Netflix has also created a lot of original video, a lot of original movies and content. And those movies and contents are protected by copyright. And Netflix itself is, the brand itself is also a valuable asset to Netflix, and it is protected by trademark. So before I go into patent, I would like to share also with you what is a patent and what is patentable. So in order to patent a technology, these are the three criteria that you have to meet. The first criteria is you have to have a novel idea, meaning you have a new way of doing things. And this new way of doing things, they have to be something that you can apply, something you can use it, and something which is inventive, meaning it has certain technical advantages. So as long as you can meet these three criteria, your invention is patentable. And patents, there are different categories of invention where you can patent. There are articles of manufacture you can patent. An example of article of manufacture patent is the Post-it tag by 3M. It involves a combination of paper and glue. So when you combine paper and glue together and you patent this combination belongs to you. Or a machine pattern where it involves a combination of moving parts, like for example, the photocopying machine. When you combine the cameras, the motors together in one product, this combination to produce the photocopying results, this combination can be protected as a machine pattern. You can also have a process pattern, like how you manufacture and you can do packaging for your milk in a Tetra Paks packaging patent. This is where you process, do packaging process, and you introduce a vacuum packing into the process. You can patent the process, or a composition of matter patent where a combination of ingredient can be patented. In today's webinar, we are going to see many of the Netflix patent. They are mostly related to software patent, and software are protected more as a process pattern. Yeah, when we look at software, we are talking about combination of steps implemented using computing technology. So this combination can be owned by filing a software patent. So in essence, when you file a patent, what you own is you own a combination of a new way of doing things. And once this combination is being patented, you own it. This idea of solving or delivering a result using a particular combination will belong to you. So for a lot of companies, because a lot of companies also resort to ticketing, patent ticketing or patent fencing strategy to protect a key technology. Because if you were to file a patent to cover one key technology, which is to serve a big market, it may be spreading the patent a bit too thin. So in order to own a technology, to own a market, companies will file a portfolio of patent to protect a key technology, and this is what we call a patent ticketing process. And you can see this happening in the case of Netflix. Okay, now I would like to refer you to the patent portfolio of patent. If you look at the patent portfolio of Netflix, you can see that Netflix filed a total of 962 patents worldwide in 223 unique patent families. There are 223 areas of technology filed by Netflix. Okay, so I would like to now look at some of the patents filed by Netflix over the year, and I think we can divide the patenting, the business model of Netflix into two eras. In the first stage, where Netflix started their business as an online video rental company, and subsequently as a video streaming company. These are two different eras, and in these two eras, Netflix filed quite a lot of patents to protect its unique business model. Netflix started off in 1997, and the original idea of Netflix was to rent DVD using the snail mail, and they test it out to see whether the idea will work physically. So they sent a DVD in the mail, and it arrived intact, and the company was born. So a year later, Netflix launched Netflix.com, and this is the company, this is a website where the customer can rent DVD online, and this DVD will be mailed to their house. This is the original model of Netflix. So this was a new business model in year 1997, right? You can rent your video online, and the video will be sent to your doorsteps. And this process was actually patented by Netflix in the US patent 6584450. Right? This is a patent is called Method and Apparatus for Renting an Items Using a Computer. So this patent describes a process where consumer can go to the website, they can specify what item they want to rent, and the system will limit the item that can be rented at one time. And this item will be sent by mail to the customer's house. And once this is returned, right, the previously delivered items was returned back to Netflix, then they can deliver more items to the customer. This is how the system worked, and it was implemented by computer way back in 1997. And because it was then something very new, no one used internet to rent video. This was actually patented by Netflix, and this is a patent filed in year 2000. So, and what does this patent protect? The scope of a patent is actually described in the claim, right? And you can look at the claim of a patent, and you can look of the combination which is protected by the patent to know what is the scope of the rights under protection. So in this particular patent, what is protected is a method where people can rent items off the internet through a computer, right? So this system has a selection criteria where one of the items can be rented, and you can select one of the item, and this item will be delivered to the customer. And once this item is returned back to the operator, then further items will be sent to the customer, and the total number of items rented out to a customer will not exceed a particular number. So this is the process patented, and this was the backbone of Netflix business model in its early days, the internet video rental business, online rental business. And this is the first important patent, one of the fundamental patent, the first company to rent items and in this case, DVD video through internet online, right? In hindsight, it is something very common, right? Yeah, but way back in 1997, it was something new, and it was protected by Netflix. And another patent, famous patent, patented by Netflix in that era was the Netflix Q patent. Yeah, Netflix Q was introduced by Netflix in 2000 to improve the experience of the consumer. So consumer can select a list of items or movie that they would like to rent, and and once you select that, the item will be sent to you, and you don't have to reselect what you want to watch next, because everything has been selected. So it will be in the queue, and it will be delivered to you. And once you return it, you return the items, a new video that you rent will be sent to you following the queue. And this was protected by Netflix in year 2000 using this patent 7024381. Okay, and this patent was filed in year 2003. And if you look at this patent, you can read more by calling up this patent. And in this patent, what is protected is actually, as I mentioned, is again a combination of steps where it is a computer implemented by renting a movie to a customer. Then you can establish a queue, a movie rental queue. There will be an order list following the rental queue. And in response to this ordering, the video DVD will be sent to the customer. And upon the return, then more following the list, the queue will be sent to the customer, and this list will be updated accordingly. So this was the nature of the patent protected by Amazon in this early day. And at that time, there was a big giant. Blockbuster was the market leader at that time, right? Blockbuster has the world's largest video renting company. So Blockbuster look at the new business model introduced by Netflix. They also want to get a cut of that market share. So in this case, Netflix has an economic move. What is the economic move? Is the two patents that they filed. So if Blockbuster, being a traditional video rental house, you want to come into online rental, you have to overcome this hurdle posed by a patent, the barrier of entry created by this patent. So Netflix, having these two patents, uses the two patents to sue Blockbuster. Yeah, I don't know how many of you can still remember Blockbuster. Probably, those in the 50s will remember the name because at that time, we all watch video by going to video rental shop. And the biggest video rental shop at that time was Blockbuster. But Netflix have patented that online video rental business model, and Blockbuster could not copy whatever is done by Netflix. So Netflix took an action, claiming damages and also wanting to halt the Blockbuster's online rental operation. So in 2007, right, the case was settled. Even though the terms of settlement was not disclosed, but Netflix share price jumped by more than 6.3%, while the Blockbuster share dropped to 1%. And you have seen earlier, right, how Netflix has disrupted the technology of video, the video delivery business or industry, and how a startup can emerge, can rise at the expense of the existing or the incumbent company. And this is and this case actually contributed to the rise of Netflix and to make Netflix the world's largest video rental company. So moving on, in year 2007, Netflix pivoted its business model again, right? Because it saw the rise of digitalization and the rise of business model based on the internet, right? So it pivoted its business model to online streaming, to become an online streaming platform. Instead of delivering video in the form of DVD and send it to the customer, what the customer can do is to download the videos through this online streaming platform and to move away from the DVD rental business. So due to this innovation, consumer can subscribe to Netflix online services and can access all content, right? And it is more comfortable. The customer can watch more content using this model. And not only that, Netflix can lower the cost of production and also lower the prices of the services, making Netflix more affordable and more accessible to more consumer worldwide. So this was an important pivoting for Netflix. And originally, Netflix actually outsourced the production of the movie to third-party producer. However, in recent years, Netflix has also created more of its original content. So these are ways that Netflix has evolved. So so what is the strategy canvas? What is the areas? What are the areas that Netflix focuses on compared to other competitor, to other over-the-top platform? Right? If you look at this strategy canvas, you can see what area Netflix is focusing on, what area Netflix is not pursuing. So the two key areas where Netflix is putting a lot of its effort in to improve the streaming experience and also to improve personalized recommendation for its user, right? These are the two areas focused by Netflix. And this is the area where Netflix has put up a lot of research and found a lot of patents. As you can see in this patent portfolio of Netflix, Netflix invested and patented a lot of technologies in the area of distributed computing, in media streaming, in content recommendation, in network resilience, and also in media processing. These are the 5 key areas where Netflix differentiated itself, make themselves better than its competitor, and today this is the focus of our presentation today. We want to see some of the key areas that Netflix has focused on. Netflix uses distributed computing technology, uses media processing technology to minimize the buffering time and the downtime. They uses AI technology to have personalized recommendation to end user, and also uses chaos engineering to ensure network resilience of their platform. And this provide a differentiated, streamlined user experience, and also maximize consumer engagement to ensure that the viewer keeps returning to Netflix time over time. Yeah. So today we have summarized. We have done our research. Our team has done our research, and we have summarized 10 key video streaming patterns that enable Netflix to deliver a superior viewing experience to its consumer, right? So let's come and those of you who are interested, right, to read more about these 10 patterns, you can actually you can download this handbook and you can go into them in more detail. Today, with the very limited time given to me, I can only like introduce a little bit of what this pattern does. Okay, so let's look at the first pattern, which is how Netflix is able to reduce buffering time, how it is able to reduce app crashes, right? If you look at the numbers of Netflix, it is operating in 190 countries, serving 204 million subscribers, and serving more than 3,000 movies at one time, right? So you are talking about you need to have a very resilient system. You have to have a very, a strong backbone technology to deliver the content smoothly and reliably to the viewer, right? To ensure a better user experience. And how is it possible? So the following patterns are the building blocks, yeah, for this streaming technology offered by Netflix. Okay, first, I would like to share with you one of the biggest behind the scene driver of Netflix success. It is a content delivery network system called One Connect, right? So if you remember way back in October 2021, when we were all locked in because of COVID-19, right? We all were locked in house. And one of the hottest movie at that time was the Squid Game, the Netflix Squid Game. And at one time, there are 111 million viewers tuned into or downloaded the video, but Netflix was able, right, to withstand that unprecedented demand for the drama. So it shows that Netflix has a very robust technology behind their content delivering system, and this content delivering system is actually a patent that they have already protected, yeah, which I'm going to share with you. So Netflix has spent more than 10 years building this very expensive content delivering network, and this content delivery network will enable any upsurge in internet demand, right, at a global level, like what happened in the Squid Games drama. So the way Netflix do this is to bring the Netflix content to the closest point, to the ISP or internet service provider closest to the user, and Netflix install its server for free in all the ISP, right? And in all these ISP, Netflix will store copies of its content, and by doing so, right, if any viewer at any point in time in any geographical area wants to download a video, it can download the video from the closest ISP server. You don't have to go through multiple server or multiple ISP to get a content, because it sits in the ISP closest to you. So you save time, and also you save cost when this ISP is sitting next to you. So this is the way, right? Using distributed computing, Netflix is able to deliver the video that you want in the fastest way to you. Okay, so to the technology that how Netflix strategically places content on servers on the ISP closest to the user is protected by this patent US 9998354. Okay, at present, Netflix has more than 17,000 servers spread across 158 countries. So this explains why, right? whatever movie you want to watch, you can download it very fast with no buffering and no delay. Yes, so this is the pattern that underpins the One Connect's content delivery system. It was filed in 2018, and this pattern is filed in US and also in many countries around the world. Okay, what does this pattern protect, right? So if you want to know what the patterns protect, again, you look at the claims, and this is the combination of parts or combination of features that is protected by this pattern. So it is very technical, right? But what it says here is, it is a method patent, where the method patent, it is the Netflix will receive a first routing table from a first autonomous system path, and second routing table from a second autonomous routing path. And whenever when Netflix receive from a client's computer for a certain item, the request will include an internet protocol address of the client's computer. So what it does is it will see which, you will see whether you will check, you will determine that client's computer is closest to which server, right? So it's very technical to read all this, but in essence, what I'm trying to summarize is, when you receive a request, right, from a client's computer for a video, so the request sent to the Netflix server will have the internet protocol address of the client's computer. Then it will check which server is nearest to the client's computer, and that server will send an address that identify the media item to the computer server, and you can download the media item from the server nearest to your computer. So this is basically what this combination, this claim means. So this patent enable Netflix to own this idea, right? To place the content at a server housed nearest to a client's computer, and whenever a request is made by the clients for a certain content, then Netflix will match it with the nearest server and send the address to the client's computer to download the video from that server. Okay, so by doing that, you are able to download the download the content fastest to your computer. And also, apart from that, Netflix has also predicts what contents are popular and pre-place the content based on its popularity on a server nearest to the client's computer, right? So it's not only that the server is near, what kind of content is popular in your area, Netflix is able to read it using catch technology, and it is able to place that content at a server nearest to you. So during the prime time viewing, Netflix is able to store 100% of its popular catalog locally. So it is quite an achievement, right? So there are so many content. So only the popular content will be placed on the server near to your place. And this is protected by the using the ISP catch technology, and this is protected by US 1053-6498. Yeah, this is a patent filed in year 2019 using ISP catch technology to manage the content. So again, it's a bit technical. So what I can summarize is this method patented by Netflix enable, this method will collect information about how popular, content is, and you will generate a manifest that have the popularity data and the geographical location to a cache, which resides on an ISP server. So by transmitting the manifest to the cache, then the cache can update the content asset of that ISP server. So this server using this cache technology will update the most popular content on a server nearest to the user, and the user can easily download. Okay, so this is what is happening using the technology to deliver content in a streamlined way. So in terms of media processing, it is also a very important area for Netflix engineer to ensure that videos are transmitted smoothly and reliably to a user, right? So in order to make sure that despite the internet downtime or the the network condition, you are able to receive your video smoothly. What Netflix has done is Netflix will keep multiple copy of a title in a server nearest to you, and all these titles have different level of quality, meaning some are higher in terms of resolution, some are lower in resolution. So when the internet conditions are not so good, content of lower resolution will be sent to you so that you can continue to have a smooth viewing experience, right? So this is one of the way you can have good quality video despite uncertain or inconsistent internet speed. And this is patented in this particular patent, patent filed in 2018. It is called a variable bits video stream for adaptive streaming, right? So this is how it works, right? The Netflix system will look at your actual bandwidth, internet bandwidth, and do an estimated bandwidth, and they will come up with a bandwidth variability, right? And based on these bandwidth variabilities, it will be able to ask for different types of video to be downloaded to your computer. So if the bandwidth is low, then lower resolution of video will be streamed to your computer. So by doing that, right, you will be able to continue to watch your movie smoothly, even though the internet conditions fluctuates. Okay, so this is another way this technology are being delivered to you. And another innovation in the media processing technology is Netflix does scene-based rendering instead of time-based rendering, right? What is meant by scene-based rendering is Netflix system or a computer system will look at your scene, right? The scene, and if it's a low frequency scene, meaning you don't have a lot of action in the scene, so it classifies the scene as low energy density scene. So if it's low density scene, then you can assign a certain resolution to the scene, right? If it's high density scene, then you can have a lower resolution. If it's low density scene, higher resolution. So when Netflix stream video to you, depending on the scene, if the scene is a very action-packed scene, then it will use a lower resolution to send to you. So because of that, there will be less buffering compared to if you were to use high definition frames. So this is also patented by Netflix in a way to deliver a stream, a smooth video streaming to you. And because of this pattern, right, if any other company wants to use this method to improve their streaming effect, potentially they will be infringing the patent filed by Netflix. Another area which has revolutionized the way media are being watched over the internet, right, is something this media streaming innovation called binge watching and also auto skipping, right? This is some of the revolution that actually was pioneered by Netflix, and it also helped to explain the science why people keep going back to Netflix, right? Why is there addition to Netflix series because of all these features? So binge watching by definition means the practice of watching multiple episodes of TVs in rapid succession, right? You can watch many series in one go, and auto skipping is you can skip the introductory part of your movie. When you join more than one TV series together, you don't want to keep watching the introductory series, so you can skip and skip. So these two comes together, right? So this is an innovation by Netflix in media streaming, and these two functions are also protected by Netflix, right? Yeah, so as you can see, Netflix has created a phenomena in the world where people now follow TV series instead of, like, you know, in the past, if you want to follow the movie will be delivered late to the streaming platform because you have to be shown in the cinema first before it goes to the streaming platform. So what Netflix did was he decided to pivot to TV series or sitcoms instead of movies, and it saw that it saw that there was a gap in the media streaming market. So so Netflix exploited the inefficiency and concentrating on the TV sitcom to be streamed and watched in rapid succession in a phenomenon known as binge watching, right? And this binge watching is enabled by this particular pattern, pattern US 10452919. I will explain this, what this Netflix has done, right, to enable binge watching. But now TV streaming, television series streaming has replaced film business or the moving industry as one of the most popular cultural force of our time, and this binge watching and auto skipping contributes to that phenomena. Okay, so what is behind the binge watching? So the binge watching technology, the technology that enable binge watching is explained or is protected by this patent US 10452919, which was filed in 2017. So what this patent has is actually a system, and this system has memory that store a first image and a second image, and the first image has a first fingerprint and the second image has a second fingerprint, and these two images are compared to see how similar they are, you know, to see the level of similarity between the first and the second fingerprint. If the first fingerprint and the second fingerprint has a high level of similarity, then these two movie will be joined together to form a series for binge watching. So this is how binge watching is possible, right? You have so many TV series, so to piece together by human is impossible. You need a computer program to do it. So they use the system using the fingerprint, the similarity between the fingerprints, to join the videos together to enable binge watching. So this is a technology behind. And together with binge watching, Netflix also introduced skip intro. by skip intro enable the user to skip those introductory sequences, right? And to help them focus only on the content. So when you have many series being joined together and you want to binge watch, a lot of unnecessary introduction can be skipped. So Netflix come up with this system to enable skipping intro. So this skipping intro function is actually protected by Amazon using this pattern. It is a WIPO pattern, but it was filed in multiple countries. And what happened in this skip intro is, again, is a computer implemented pattern comprising of many fingerprints on the first series, fingerprint on the second series. And if the first and the second series fingerprints are similar to each other, then you can cause the second sequence to advance. You can jump, skipping those sequences that has similar fingerprint. So by using this method, user will be able to skip intro, right? So this is the technology behind the functions that we use on Netflix. Next, I think I have kind of exceeded my time. I will just quickly talk about the personalized recommendation functions of Netflix. One of the greatest challenge of Netflix is to reduce subscriber churn, right? They don't want people to fall out and don't continue their subscription service. In order to do that, you need to create a personalized experience for the customer. So in order to do that, Netflix turns to AI and machine learning to improve on content suggestion and also content creation. Now, when Netflix create the series, they also take into account the feedback from the consumer before they create the movies. So one of the patterns that I want to refer you to is EP3152723. It is a technique where you can group the titles in row according to personalized ranking. This is more of is a GUI, the user interface pattern, right? And the second one is when you use Netflix, sometimes multiple user will be selecting their show. So it is not reliable to rely on the previous watching behavior of the previous user, because multiple people are sharing the same content player. So in order to do that, they come up with a way where they can use a contextual information to feed, to recommend content to the right user. So these are covered by these two patterns, pattern EP315 and also pattern US888, right? Let me go very quickly through this pattern 315. So this EP pattern 315 actually can compute, there are multiple content and this content can come from different area of interest. Like, for example, if you look at the screen, it can be a TV, kid TV, or romantic movies. So this computer enable the different content to be grouped and to be presented in a particular order according to the personalized ranking of the user, right? So the way when you look at Netflix, when there are movies recommended to you is divided into area of interest, and also in each area of interest there are titles which is more closer to what you want, right? So the way you rank those titles by area of interest and also by your personalized ranking is protected by this pattern. So if any other digital streaming company wants to follow this method, they will be at risk of infringing this pattern. And the other way is you can recommend this pattern 888 US 888 is based on contextual information. Whenever you use this when a user use, it will collect not only information about the subscriber information, but the way you use, how you press when you watch. All this information, all this contextual information will be collected, and using this contextual information, the system will be able to identify who is the actual user that you're watching the movie now, right? Because multiple users will be using the same account to watch different movies. So in this scenario, you need to have a more intelligent way of differentiating different user, and you can assign different patterns to different user, and using this different pattern to recommend different videos. And this is covered by this particular pattern. So if you're interested, you take a look, right, on this pattern. And last but not the least, I would like to share with you how Netflix is able to achieve network resiliency using a chaos engineering technology. So when Netflix migrate their content to the cloud, Netflix engineers design a tool to randomly, like a monkey in your server, right? Randomly randomly disable your server. Yeah. So why is Netflix engineer doing that? So Netflix engineer do that because they want to move from a mindset, right, where internet breakdown is considered to be something inevitable, something that will happen. So by introducing a monkey into your server to randomly disrupt, the engineer would have to continue to come up with a better automatic recovering mechanism, right? So instead of leaving breakdown to chances, right, they actively try to find weakness and come up with automatic way to recover the mechanism. And this, they call it chaos monkey. This is the name given to this chaos engineering method. And this methodology was also patented. So this is Netflix way of create resiliency by randomly disabling its own server, and engineer keep on building better way to recover and automatic way to recover. And this is the pattern filed by by Netflix in this chaos monkey system, where the system keep on routing traffic to the server, and using that to check whether the system is resilient enough to withstand the different routing attempt or traffic, and based on that, they calculate the resiliency of their system. And not only for server, Netflix also developed more monkeys. They call it the simian army, right? This simian army of monkeys actually go into Netflix system to test the security, test the latency, test the different functions, different potential failure in their system. And using that, it is able to continuously improving or plug the holes or the gaps in their system. And there's one pattern that Netflix has filed against malicious attack, and it was patented in this pattern, this particular pattern that I show. So there's a lot of technical details in this pattern. If you are interested, you can download the handbook and take a look. So I think with the time allocated, I have come to the end. I have talked in length about how Netflix has innovated on its system to deliver a better user experience, to prevent downtime, to provide personalized experience, and also to improve the resilience system. And because of the constant innovation by Netflix is able to continue its competitive advantage. And Netflix rely heavily on patent to protect all this innovation. Today, Netflix is one of the world's most profitable media company, on a revenue of $29 billion in 2021, having a net profit of 5.16 billion. It is certainly the world's most admired and most innovative company. So if you have invested $1,000 in Netflix in 2011, today you would have a 40,000 US dollar in your investment, right? So it is a return of 40 times. So we have covered Netflix technology and patents.